Hello and welcome back to SirKentSaid.com. Well, fam, Netflix has done it again. Um, we're going to be talking about The Gentleman. This is a Netflix joint that was just released this weekend. It consists of 8 1-hour episodes and is co written and produced by Guy Ritchie. And before you do that, before you start to hate, you need to back up off the man, okay? He makes good shit, and I think you should just give him a break, give the series a break, and check it out. But anyway, the series stars Theo James of Divergent and Underworld fame. You may know him from that. Um, Kaya Scardelli. Fuck that one up. I didn't even recognize who she was, but she happens to be the girl that was in Crawl. Remember the alligator movie set in Florida during a hurricane? The house is being filled up with water, and the alligators are getting into the house in the basement. And they start swimming up. Yeah, she was in that. I didn't even recognize her. She looked completely differently. Yeah, so she is Crawl and Maze Runner fame. Uh, Daniel Ings, The Crown. If you know of anything else he's in, you can come at me in the comments. I couldn't find anything else. Jolie Richardson, who's been in a lot, especially Nip Tuck or The Patriot. Vinnie Jones, who has worked with Richie on at least two projects, famously Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, and I think he got his first big exposure in Swordfish with Travolta, Wolverine, and Holly Berry's titties. That was worth the price of admission, son. And of course, Giancarlo Esposito of The Boys fame and Breaking Bad. And let me just say, the way he delivers his lines with such thought and directness, as though he takes moments to consider each response perfectly. Yeah, he's just good in everything. The story revolves around Eddie Horniman, Theo James, and his older brother, Freddie, who they were both born into wealth. But Eddie just wasn't about that life. He wanted something more, so he dedicated his life to service and sacrifice. He joined the military and worked with the UN. Wow, Freddie was all about that life. Cocaine, bitches, gambling, you name it. He was balls deep into it, and he was just burning through the family cash. And in the latter parts of his life, his father had to take serious considerations as to who was going to become his heir, and he went completely against tradition. And in his will, he left everything to the younger brother, who was Eddie. And of course, Freddie lost his ever loving shit, but what's done is done. So, in the course of Eddie going through his papers, trying to figure out what his father was into, how the family business is run, he started to find out that his family money didn't exactly come from stocks and bonds and old money and stuff like that. It lately had come from the ickiest of sticky underneath the barn. And as he was forced not only to find out and come to the realization of what was going on with this, but he also had to deal with his seemingly never ending fuck ups of his older brother. And in the process of trying to unfuck all that, he slowly but surely began to become what he was trying to drive off of his land. Not only that, he was pretty good at it. Gangster looked good on him. I mean, yeah, he may not want to do it at first, but by the end of the damn series, you look like you was a natural for this shit. So, with the lack of titties, even with the lack of titties, this is a really, really good series, a really good watch. The crosses and double crosses and triple crosses, the idiots, the utter fucking idiots in this show. It's just like at points you're like, can we kill these people off and like most of this shit will go away? It's you know how you had that reaction to Dr. Smith from Lost in Space? Motherfuckers like that. Yeah, you want the worst to happen to the people in this series, just like you did Dr. Smith. And Dr. Smith never really got his just dues, and that always pissed me off. But yeah, despite all of that, I am definitely going to recommend this. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Again, no titties, but that's okay because the story is very, very good. And I think you're going to enjoy it. So, those are my thoughts, and I'll see you guys on the other side.